Hey, are you okay? No. My daughter told me last night that she wants to change her name. Okay? To Patrick. Pat for short. Did this name change also come with a request for changed pronouns by chance? Yeah, she said she wants to be called he, they now. It seems like he communicated everything with you pretty clearly. What's the problem? I gave birth to Maribel. I gave her her name, and now she just wants to. Pause. What? Well, first, I think you should recognize that you've been doing a great job as a parent if you raised Patrick in a household where he feels comfortable to tell you this. But I'm just so. It makes you uneasy because it's new, but think about this. Patrick was born before he could speak, before he could pick out a name for himself, so you had to give him one. And now he's communicating with you the name that he feels best matches who he is. It is so much more than that. I don't think you could possibly understand this. You really don't think so? How could you? Well, if I had ever thought that it was within the realm of possibility, I would have asked my parents to change my name when I was a kid too. All the more reason that I shouldn't let Maribel do this. Look at you, you're an adult and you're exactly who you were when you were born. If I let Maribel change her name to Patrick and become a boy, then she's going to become an adult and then she's just going to be all confused. I never said that I wanted to be a boy. I told you I wanted to change my name. Oh, when I was born, my parents gave me the name that they felt best fit my infant self. And as I grew and grew into my personality, I desperately wanted a different name. And if it wouldn't cause all kinds of issues now, I'd probably still change my name now. Okay, but there's nothing wrong with waiting until she's 18 or even 21 before she makes the decision to make such a life-altering change like that. And I could argue that right now, middle school is the best possible time to do that. By the time I was 18 and 21 years old, I'd had a work history. I had jobs, I had certificates, I had a degree, and all of that had my birth name on it. To change my name at that point would have been one of the biggest hassles I would ever have to endure. I guess I didn't think about it like that. But he is so young to be making such an enormous decision. What if he changes his mind? So what if he does? We know just by the way our society runs, if you get a divorce, it's really simple to go back to your name prior to your marriage. So if Patrick one day changes his mind and wants to go back to the name on his birth certificate, tell me who's going to hassle him about that. Okay. But if he spends his entire high school career and then his first several jobs and maybe his college experience as his dead name and then wants to make that change, he's going to spend his entire adult life explaining why somebody else's name is on all of his history. Oh, that seems like a big pain. Which is why I never bothered to change my name when I became an adult. What name would you have? Camilla. Cam, for short. That's really pretty. Thanks. Now, about Patrick. I don't even know how I would go about doing any of this. I mean, I would definitely start by talking to his pediatrician, maybe getting him into a pediatric psychologist and work out a plan together to make sure that he is healthy and going through this process in a positive way. And every single time that you get uncomfortable with something that's going on, check yourself for a moment and remember that you are supposed to be giving him strength through this process and not the other way around. It's perfectly fine to acknowledge to Patrick that this is new for you and it's a learning experience for you, but it's also your job as his parent to always remind him that you support and love him exactly for who he is and not for who he was born as. Exactly. Okay. I think I have a few really long conversations ahead of me. And I know there are support groups out there for parents of trans kids. Find one, join it, ask your questions, learn about your child. Yeah. What do you think would happen if I had fought this? Well, for you, you'd probably stay comfortable and feel like you're in control. But for Patrick, identity crisis, dysmorphia, mental health issues, suicidal ideation. Oh God, no. And if you fought it long enough, eventually, I'm pretty sure he would cut you out of his life as soon as he got the strength to do it. That's the last thing I want. So start growing and evolving with your son, because he has already chosen to make you part of this process. So jump in wholeheartedly and be there for him. I can do that. I have some reading to do. I've got to go. Yes, you do. Oh, hi, sweetie. Hey, Mom, can we talk? I'm sorry, I have something pretty urgent to do. Can it wait? Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Really? I gotta write that down. Where's a pen? I can do this. Where'd he go? Okay, sweetheart, what was it you wanted to talk about? Nothing. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Okay, well, could I ask you a question? Patrick? You called me Patrick? That's your name now, right? I didn't get it wrong? It's Patrick? But when I told you before, you... Sweetie, I am so sorry for the way that I reacted. I was shocked. I admit it. But I took it personally, and it's not about me. It's about you. Mom, Look, I'm going to screw up. I know that I will, but I want to get to know you. The real you. If you'll let me. Yeah. I'd like that a lot. You said you wanted to ask me something? Oh, yeah. I was wondering if we could go out this weekend. Go out? Where? Well, I figured we should go out shopping for some new clothes so you can get stuff that you're really truly comfortable in, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to kind of go through all of your clothes and get rid of anything that just isn't you. I also thought we would want to spend some time working on redecorating your room, and I wanted to give you time to think about what color you want your walls to be, what kind of decorations you want. Is there a favorite store that you want to go to? Do you have like a style that you really want to focus on? And I wanted to make sure that you had time to really think about that. So I thought maybe this weekend would work. That sounds like euphoria. I think I'll settle for a kid who actually feels at home when they're in this home, instead of constantly masking or hiding who you are to try and comfort the adults in this place. So let's get you some comfort. Okay. So take some time to think about what you really want and where you want to go, and then we'll make it happen. Would you believe it if I told you I'd already journaled about all of this and everything that I would want if this ever happened for real? I've been dreaming about telling you about this for years. Wait, you mean you already know exactly what you want? Like you have it written down and everything? Well, yeah, but... Awesome, okay. Go grab your journal and we're gonna get started on this list right now. Is this some kind of a dream? Patrick, I dreamed for years about having a happy, healthy, successful child. You can't be any of those things if you aren't you. Now let's go. We have a beautiful life to build for you, and I'm gonna help you do it. Come on. Mom, this is a lot of clothes. Are you sure? Of course. I mean, Pat, you're gonna have to try on a lot more than this to figure out exactly what your style is, what fits, what doesn't. I mean, just take everything in there with you. If you want to show me anything, you can, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Pick out the things that vibe with you. Okay, I mean, I got everything that matches my journal, but some things don't really match what I said. But, I mean, they kind of looked good. And that's okay. You're gonna see things you didn't think about. While you're in there trying that on, though, do you mind if I hold on to your journal and just, like, make sure that we're getting everything that we need today? My journal? It is up to you. I promise I will only be on the page that has this list of things that you want. But if you're not comfortable with it, then I won't. No, it's fine. I trust you. Thank you. It really means a lot to me, and I promise not to do anything to break your trust. Now go try those on. Okay. Hair. We've got to make an appointment for his hair. Mom, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? This is so different from anything I've ever worn before, but it feels so right. Then you're getting it, and anything else that makes you feel good. Mom, are you sure we can even afford all of this? Don't you worry about that. I always have a little bit squirreled away for emergencies or necessities, and this is a necessity, okay? It is getting close to lunchtime, though, so when we leave here, I'd like to go grab a bite to eat. Okay. And once we buy things, you can go ahead and put on whatever you want to wear, okay? Okay. Oh my God, this bacon is the best. Ma'am, what are you doing letting your daughter wear? What are you doing thinking you can give advice to anybody? My son will wear anything he wants to. Okay, I think we got everything. Okay. Lamp. We still need to get you a lamp. Oh, yeah, I think, where are the housewares? Sweetheart, don't you know you'd be more attractive if you smiled? Don't you know you'd be more tolerable if you shut up? Look, all I'm saying is that she would be a lot better off if she... I think you'd be a lot better off if you tried to grow a few wrinkles up in there. Why don't you just leave me and my son alone? We have shopping to do. Well, now, there's no need to be rude. Glad you see that. I accept your apology. Now get out. Ugh. Mom, I'm sorry, but nobody's gonna talk to my baby boy that way. How are you so good at this? TikTok isn't just for dancing and trends, Patrick. You can learn a lot there, too. You learned how to be a good mom from TikTok? It sure gave me some good perspective on how to treat you right. Now, come on. Let's go set up your room. Yes! Whew, what a day! Mom, I'm still not sure about all this. We got so much stuff, and... Look, if the reason that you're unsure is because you don't actually like the things that we bought, we have the receipts and we can return them if we need to. But if you're feeling unsure because you're concerned about how much money we might have spent or how I'm gonna feel about this, then stop worrying. I want you to be happy. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna work on getting you an appointment for your hair, and you go take all the time you need getting your room set up, okay? Okay, thanks, Mom. Love you, sweetie. Stella's Salon, how can I help you? Hi there. I was wanting to bring my child in for a haircut, and I was just wanting to make sure that you all would be able to do what is needed. I mean, if they're getting a haircut, we know how to cut hair. Can you be more specific? Sure. So my child told me this week that they are trans and... Oh, you don't gotta worry about that, ma'am. Meaning? How old is your kid? 13. Yeah, that's no problem. We will do what you want because you're the parent and, you know, it's your right. Your kid is not old enough to make that kind of decision. So we totally support... Ooh, not them. Hello? Whatever. Let's try this one. Okay. Thank you for calling Comfy Coif Salon. This is Ariel. How can I help you? Hi, Ariel. I am trying to find a place to bring my child in for a haircut, and I'm wanting to make sure that the salon can accommodate our needs properly. Oh, well, we can do everything we possibly can to accommodate. What are we looking at? A disability, a sensory issue? Well, my child is trans. Oh, I mean, if it's the price point, you don't have to worry about that. We don't gender our haircuts. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about the fact most salons price their haircuts differently. Yeah, no, that's great. I just kind of wanted to make sure that I'm not going to be set up with a stylist who might be judgmental about how much hair my child might be cutting off. Oh, of course. No, we are a fully inclusive salon, and if your child is nervous, we can do a few inches at a time until they feel it's right. And I mean, we can take all the time that they need. That sounds amazing. Okay, let's get this appointment. Sounds great, and I have a wonderful stylist. She is typically fully booked, but she just had a customer who moved out of state, so we actually have an opening later this week if you want it. That sounds great, and we're on spring break right now, so we can come in at any time. When is the appointment? Friday at 11:30. Okay, right in the middle of the day. Do you know about how long this might take? Well, that could depend on, what is your child's name? Patrick. Okay, so that'll depend on what Patrick wants to get done, but if you're worried about the time of day, you guys can bring food in if you want to. Perfect. Okay, we will see you Friday. Sounds great. See you then. Hey, Mom. Hi, Patrick. Are you ready for your haircut today? I think so. Is there something wrong? It's just that, what are the kids at school gonna say about this? Well, I don't think either of us can determine that for sure, but are you worried that kids are gonna like bully you about it? Maybe. I mean, I've always kind of been bullied. They've been calling me a tomboy all my life, but you're worried that short hair will make it worse. Yeah, I mean, do I really want to cut off all of my hair? Do I want to just get it maybe like a little bit shorter? I'm not really sure what I want. That's fair. Do you want me to cancel the appointment? I don't know. Wouldn't you have to pay like a cancellation fee or something? I mean, the appointment's in like 3 hours. I don't know, maybe, but I mean, I don't care about the cancellation fee. I just want to make sure we're doing what makes you comfortable. And if you want to try something, we can do something. If you want to leave your hair as it is, we can. But I mean, your hair's really long, Patrick, and I don't know. Does it feel right to you to have your hair that long? No, but I don't know how short I would be comfortable with and how I might feel about it. Okay, so why don't we go in, and they already told me, the salon told me that you can do like a couple inches at a time until you feel good about it. And if you want to do a big cut all at once, they can do that. Like, they're going to work with you. I made sure of this. And you don't think that the stylist will have a problem with me doing this? I am sure. I even hung up on the first salon I called. You hung up on them? Yeah, they were more concerned about how I felt about your hair, and I was like, that's not okay. So I found a salon that is going to work with you. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. So you won't be mad if I do like part of a haircut now and then maybe want to go back in a month or two? Honey, we can go back in a day or two if that's what you really want to do. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and go. Okay, so your appointment is at 11:30. Do you want to like eat before we go? Do you want to pick something up on our way there? I don't think a salon is going to let me eat in there. I checked with them on that too, and they will. So you can eat before, you can grab something on the way. It's all whatever. Okay, but what about you? I'm just going to be sitting in the waiting room, so you're not coming back with me? I will if you want me to, but I trust you to make this decision for yourself. Okay, let's grab some food on the way there. Sounds good. Wow, this place looks really nice. Sure does. Hi there, I'm Ariel. What can I do for you all today? Oh, my son Patrick has a haircut today. Oh, hi Patrick, you're with me. Gender affirming haircut, right? Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. All right, come on back. And Mom, are you coming with us? Well, I was going to stay in the waiting room unless you guys need me for something, but I do trust Patrick, and whatever decisions he makes are fine with me. Awesome. Okay. Is it okay if we discuss how he's feeling about things? And oh, absolutely. This is about him, not me. I'm just excited to see the results. All right. Come on, Patrick. Let's go. See you soon, Mom. Have fun, sweetie. All right. Let's take a look at what we're working with here. Do you know how short you want to go for today? Well, is it okay if I tell you something I haven't told my mom yet? Of course, as long as you're safe. Now, if you're in harm's way or something, I feel like I would have to report that, but no, nothing like that. It's just, I told my mom that I'm trans and that I'm a boy, but there are some days that I don't feel totally like a boy, and there are some days I don't totally feel like a girl, and sometimes I'm just kind of in between, or I'm nothing, and I don't really, I'm not sure if I want to cut all my hair off. Oh, so do you think you might be non-binary or gender non-conforming? Wait, you don't have to choose? You can be both or neither? Yeah, absolutely. It's not all or nothing. This is a spectrum we're talking about here, and wherever you're comfortable is what's important. My mom has been so cool about all of this. Do you think she would be okay with this too? I don't see why not, but if you want to tell her with some support, you can call her back and you can tell her with me here. You wouldn't mind? Not at all. I'll be right back. Hey, Mom, Pat wants to talk to you for a minute. Would you come with me? Yeah, is everything okay? I think so. Just journey of self-discovery. All right, so Patrick, you can go ahead and tell Mom what you told me, okay? Mom, I don't think I'm a boy. Okay, does that mean you want to go back to... I'm not a girl either. Sometimes I'm girl, sometimes I'm boy, and sometimes I'm in between, or maybe nothing at all. And I didn't know there was a word for that until Ariel told me. I think I might be just gender non-conforming. Oh, I read about that. Okay, that's fine, baby. So do you still want to go by Patrick, or do you want to stick with Pat? It's a little more androgynous. I'm honestly not sure, but I don't think I want to cut all my hair off. Sweetheart, whatever you want to do with your hair while we're here, I'm here for it, okay? Would you be okay with me dyeing my hair? Hey, if Ariel has time for it, cut it, dye it, style it. This is about you becoming you, okay? And I've got the time. Okay, because I am so sick of this ridiculously long hair. Well then, you better get started. See you soon. Okay, Mom, I have someone to introduce you to. Is it okay? What do you think? I love it. You do? Really? I really do, sweetie. How does it make you feel? Well, do you remember that movie you showed me like forever ago, Drop Dead Fred? Yeah? Well, it's like I was that little girl all taped down on the bed, and I went in there and I ripped off the tape and I set her free. Like, I'm finally free. That is perfect. There is just one more thing, though. Oh? Do you think instead of Patrick or Pat, you could maybe just call me Cam? That suits you. I love it. Thanks. And thank you, Sarah.
I'm so glad you love it. It looks adorable.